Hi, I'm Isabella, and I did my presentation on why people were burned at the stake in England in the 1500s. So, burning at the stake was used as a method of execution for women who were accused of witchcraft and people who were of different religion to those who were in power. So, it started when King Henry VIII passed away and his son King Edward VI came into power at the age of 9. So Edward was the first person who came to power not raised Catholic. So this was a big change for everybody. It was just new. So then before he could fully mature and take power of the throne, he died at the age of 15. So then, after he died, there were two women who were compared, who were fighting to get the throne. So there was Lady Jane Grey and Queen Mary. So because King Edward never really reached the full mature age to fully run the whole thing, the King's Council would make a lot of decisions for him or help him come to those decisions. And when he passed away, they were afraid that whoever came into power next would not uphold what he was going for. He was trying to make religious ideas equal. He was Protestant. He was not Catholic like everybody else before him. So, moving on to Queen Mary. So, she was raised a Roman Catholic. So, this was nothing new to the people who lived in England, but it was different than King Edward. So she was the half sister of King Edward, and she was not going to give up what she thought was her right to the throne because she was half related to him. So she thought that because she was half related to him, it was her right as his half sister that she got to take control of England. So when she came into power, she reintroduced the statute of hearsay, which gave the clergy power to arrest and try people thought to be guilty of witchcraft. So if someone said they did it, then they did it, and they would be tried and burned at the stake. So, or if someone said they weren't Roman Catholic and they were Protestant or Christian or anything other than Catholic, they were tried and burned at the stake. So this ended in the prosecution of around 280 Protestants. That's a lot of people in about 5 years. So this religious persecution gave her the nickname of Bloody Mary. So two really important people who were involved were Hugh Latimer and Nicholas Ridley. So Latimer worked for King Henry before King Edward came and then Queen Mary. So he was all the way back there. And so he was not Catholic and he did not want to give up his religious background because someone else told him to. So when Queen Mary came into power, Latimer was one of the first people she arrested and imprisoned in the Tower. So he was a prisoner for 2 years because he was a church leader. And then Nicholas Ridley was a supporter of Lady Jane Grey, the other person who was running against Queen Mary. Queen Mary did not like that he was an open supporter of Lady Jane Grey. She thought it was not okay. Like, if you don't want me in power, you're going to be tried and burned at the stake, which is totally crazy, but yeah. So Queen Mary sought after persecution of him for supporting Lady Jane Grey and preaching the words of the Bible. I think those are two totally crazy things to get persecuted for. The people did not agree with putting these people at the stake. They thought that it was crazy. Like, they should not be burned at the stake for something that they believe in. And so Latimer and Ridley didn't really care. They were never going to give up what they thought, no matter what it meant for them. If it meant that they were going to be tried and burned at the stake or kept in a prison for years on end, they didn't care because that was their religion and their own opinions, and they weren't going to give that up. So then they did get tried and burned at the stake together. They went down to the town, and they were tried and burned at the stake. And this is really important. Like, this whole thing is really important to history because we need to know that it's okay to have your own opinions and your own religious beliefs, and there's no reason that you should be tried or killed or like anything for your beliefs. That's just crazy.